Can I assume that everyone is here? Can I assume everyone is here?
Yeah, Nishan.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. So now everyone have their Office 365 security activated, and that is the assumption before we go and do anything. Okay, clear? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. You have all logged into this account and everything is working fine, which is a good thing. Now let's go ahead and do some activity. First thing that I need to do is we'll go ahead and enable and work on Office 365 configuration.
Hello.
Sorry. Let's go ahead and do some configuration in Office 365. Yeah. On your left side, you click on this policies and rules. Okay. Chandana, can you go on mute if you don't mind? Okay, let's go and click on the policies and rules. Okay. On this policies and rules section, we are going to do a couple of activities. Okay, so click on thread policies. Click on thread policies, and then you will see all the thread policies that are available. If you are getting any error due to any reason, just do let me know when you practice. At this moment, no. At this moment, you're only observing. I'll tell you when to practice and what to practice, and I'll give you all the details. Not now, okay? So today, most of the time you will be observing what I'm doing, understand the concept. Then in the next week, as you progress, we will be doing other stuff. Okay, and you see here preset security policies. Here you will know all the pre-configured security policies. Preset security configuration policies. There are three types of configuration policies. One is built-in protection. The other one is a standard protection. The other one is a strict protection. Built-in protection, standard protection, and strict protection. If you see, we don't have standard protection enabled and we don't have strict protection enabled. We can go ahead and enable all these preset policies. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But these
Okay.
say only standard and strict. Built-in thing that
You don't see built-in
Yeah,
policies?
built-in we don't see. Yeah.
Okay. How about other people? Other participants also cannot see?
Yeah, we cannot
If you see here, built-in protection is only enabled for paid customers. Paid Microsoft Defender for Office 365 tenants. But at this moment, you guys are not paying it, right? That is the reason you are unable to see. But Nishant, if we don't know, how do we activate? You remember, in my case, if you look at Office 365 E5 and Office 365 E3, that how do you activate Office 365 E5 and E3? Just search for Office 365 E3 trial. Okay, just search for Office 365 E3 trial, and then you will be able to see that $23 per user per month. And there is something called as free trial. Click on free trial and you know your domain, admin@, blah, blah, blah. See here. Next. See, it's asking you, right? Did you see Office 365 E3 license I'm activating? Be very, very cautious. Only use the domain. Use the domain. See, let's get you started. It looks like already this is another Microsoft account, and then you do a couple of activities and that's it. You will have an Office 365 E3 account activated. At this moment, no need to do. Okay, because we are going to not work on built-in. We are going to enable standard and strict protection. Clear? You know why it is coming for me built-in is the reason is I have enabled E3 license. For our labs, we don't need E3. Sorry, for our labs at this moment, I don't need built-in protection because I am going to enable standard and strict protection. Okay, clear? See here, at this moment, it is not showing me a configuration. It is not showing me any configuration. Now what I will do, you see manage protection settings.
Yes, sir.
Click on manage protection settings and you will see apply the exchange online protection. Now you can go ahead and add which user, what kind of domain you want to access. So for example, specific recipients and under which domain you want this policy to be applied. At this moment, what is my domain looks like? My domain will look like this. At this moment, my standard protection domain would look like this. I'll go ahead and select this. This is called as Exchange Online Protection, EOP. And then next, see, I'm enabling Exchange Online Protection for the entire domain. I'm enabling Exchange Online Protection for the entire domain. You're observing that, no? And click on next. And apply Defender for Office 365 protection. No, now you can go ahead and say to which domain you want this protection to be enabled. To which domain? So you can go ahead and select all recipients or specific recipients. For example, tell me when you have a leadership team, you have marketing team, you have a board of directors. I can say leadership team. I have a group of clerks. You will not give same security for everyone, right? The security measures may change. In case if you would like to change certain specific recipients, you can go ahead and do that. If you say all recipients, everyone in this domain will get the license. It's up to you. Clear? So here also I'll go ahead and enable for the same domain. See, I'm enabling standard for I'm enabling standard for the entire domain. Huh? Please observe the task I'm doing. You can also ask me, Nishant, I will enable for every recipient. Don't, you can go ahead and do that. It's all about how much licensing fee pay you want to pay. Yeah, if you say all recipients, every recipient that gets created, automatically this gets activated and you don't want to do that. Not always. I'm just showing you the options that are available. If you want, you can go ahead and choose accordingly. Any questions? Any questions here?
So once you have added this domain, which means that all the users that are there in the domain.
And that domain you will get added.
Okay.
That's a, is it a problem or not?
No, does it same as like for example, if you have 10 users in this domain and if you apply for all the 10 recipients, then is it the same?
Yeah, it's the same standard protection that gets enabled for across all the recipients.
Nishant, I just have one doubt here. So we are enabling the license, like example, I go with the domain, example 50 users or 100 users, then still this particular is counted, or if I purchase for my entire domain, then I can just go ahead and do that. Will this be additional cost?
See, by default, every license comes with certain users.
Okay.
Okay, so for enabling the license, you will get 25 user activation free. That means because you enable 25 users are free. 26th user extra charge, 27th user extra charge, 28th user extra charge.
Agreed, Nishant. Example, I have some 200 users at my organization. I have purchased something like, as you said, E3 or E5 license. Still, if I go and enable this, it is per user, it is additional charges, or since
No,
I have purchased
because 25
E5,
users you have already purchased. So
yeah.
For 25 users, it's free.
Okay.
Because you got as a part of the licensing fee.
Okay.
After that, any user you add, extra license cost will happen.
Okay.
See, typically when you're a big user, right, you have a negotiation with Microsoft. They will give you a 10,000 user package.
Yes, Nishant, actually the real problem I'll tell you with the organization we have faced. When it comes to the large number like 3,000, 4,000 users, that's where the things come into picture.
Yeah.
When we say bundle from Microsoft, we go with the E5 license for the 4,000 users. The total cost for that, and if I go for 10 different products from different vendors, bundle it, it's not the same cost that is there for the topmost. Yeah.
Understand.
So now is the picture. That's where the management puts us pressure that, see, I wanted to secure at the same time.
Cheap
How do you
cost.
handle this?
Yeah, see, that is where it also comes. Now, in almost all the cases, are you taking labor cost into consideration, maintenance cost into consideration?
No, we don't
Then
take. We
no,
take
that
only
if you
the.
take it will come as same. For example, I'll tell you, there are 10 products you purchase. Again, this is again, I'm being a devil's advocate here. I'll tell you both the scenarios. Think you are purchasing single product and product is very costly, like Microsoft Azure. Yeah, the entire protection is very costly. Now, in that same price, I'm getting 10 solutions, maybe cheaper than that. But did we account something like, see, for the 10 products, there are 10 users who maintenance cost will come. There is an additional maintenance cost, no? Salaries of people, then each of them has to spend enough time, integration issues. Are you okay to take that? Trust me, in senior management will say, okay, take it. Let the users face the issue. Let the employees worry about integration problems. We want cost to be decreased. But ultimately, the amount of cost on a long run, actually, you will save it on this kind of products, not there. Because there, tomorrow, the license has to be upgraded, patching has to be done. One server is down due to any reason. Again, this is good or bad, I'm not telling. Always the company has to do cost benefit analysis for them side, at their side.
Agreed, Nishant. See, I completely agree that there are ups and downs at both things, but the challenge which we as a team we face with the management is we say that because everywhere the Microsoft salesman gives the presentation of the topmost feature which is there, and when the ground we go. With the cost and other things, there is a lot of things. So that this was a particular reason just I wanted to check with you, like if I go with some 100 license of E5 and yeah, so, E5, it's not sorry, EMS E5. Will this be an additional cost on Office 365 protection, or it's going to, since I purchased that 100, that will be covered under this
No,
particular?
the 100 will be covered inside it.
Okay.
100 is already covered.
Okay.
This is for the additional user, the pricing will change.
Sure.
First 100 users, it will be added already by default, because the moment you add, automatically licenses gets added. Because anyway, you are going to decide, no, to whom you want to assign the licenses.
Yes, Nishant, but you gave me another valid point that 10 resources with backup and other things. Yes, the cost will be comparatively equal.
Yeah, because the problem is again, this is for senior management, not for us. Many senior managements think that, because I have faced many situations. We all think our credit card companies are very secure and all. No, I'll tell you, I worked with a credit card company. For one credit card company, they said, okay, implement open source SIEM. Open source SIEM for a PCI DSS compliance, because they cannot pay the cost. What to do? We have to go with it. But no one will tell outside, no, that we are using open source SIEM tool. Sometimes it happens.
Yes, Nishant, I agree, but it depends upon what kind of business they are handling and other things.
There are people who see, I was talking last week to a person. He said, he's a CEO of the company. He said that it was a freelancing I was doing. He said that we want the best security testing to be done. Okay, we'll do the best security testing, but it comes with a cost. And then he says, no, I cannot spend so much, but I want the best security. It will never happen. It will never happen. He want everything to be okay. Can you do everything automated? Okay, we will do everything automation. We'll do automated vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, then analysis, source code testing, but we will give you the report as it is. Correct, no? You want automated testing to be done in 4 days, we will give it to you. But what happens after that? Then you have to sit and analyze, no? If you are comfortable doing it, no problem for us also. So it's a kind of mess always. Anyway.
The major problem we faced convincing the management was on the licensing part. And that's where I was keen on all these areas.
No, Microsoft will give you the estimation, right? Didn't they give you the estimation?
No, they give the estimations, but our management, when they compare the solutions or its cost to benefit analysis, they do, Nishant. And obviously the one who sits the senior management or top management, the budget when it goes in crores, the question.
Yeah, that's different. The problem is convincing senior management is always difficult to spend money. And they don't think like, users know, because they think that users, we are already paying salary. You can also cut down on the users if everything is automated for you.
True, Nishant. But when actual security incident happens, only it would be a nightmare for everyone.
That is there everywhere. Not only your company, for Facebook also it is the same situation. Cool. Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
thank you.
No worries. So at this moment, I'm selecting specific recipients under this domain. And then impersonation protection. See, impersonation protection identifies emails with sender information that have been crafted to resemble legitimate senders. Okay, so do you want to enable impersonation protection? Okay, then policy mode. Now, would you like to write any add email addresses to flag when impersonated by attackers? Add email addresses to flag when impersonated by attackers. Add internal or external addresses of people who might be impersonated by attackers, such as top level executives, board members, and other key roles. What type of attack is this called as? What type of attack? This is called as impersonation.
It's like an phishing attack kind of a thing only.
Yeah, what is the phishing? Under the phishing, there are so many categories.
Spear phishing. Spear phishing.
Spear phishing, not whaling. Spear phishing. It's a targeted attack. Okay, see then custom domain protection. These domains could be yours or domains that belong to your key suppliers and partners. Messages detected with this messages detected with impersonated sender domains will be quarantined. Now, many people will tell that no, administrators cannot see everyone's username, passwords or emails. Many people tell that. If you see, if I quarantine a specific customer, I can almost see every email that is sent from that customer to me. As an administrator, I can see. I hope you guys are getting me right. Yeah, click on next. Then add trusted email addresses and domains to not flag as impersonation. At this moment, I'm not enabling all of them. Then policy mode. Do you want to turn on the policy after I finish? Yes. So this is the configuration that we want. Click confirm. So these are the settings. Who will do it? Your administrator will do it. And don't worry if you get an error, that's expected. OK. Confirm. When you click on confirm, if you get an error, don't worry. It is already configured. See, standard protection is already enabled. Oh, sorry. It has to enable. Yeah, it's enabled. Now, then you have something called as strict protection, where these are the basic rules. Here you can write more aggressive actions on malicious emails, tighter controls on bulk senders, machine learning operations can be enabled. Typically, if you have a leadership team and all, you enable strict protection. Now, do you want to apply exchange protection? This time, see, I'm going to show you multiple demonstrations. You can vice versa. In any form you can apply both of them, no worries. So apply exchange policy to specific recipients. Yeah. Now in this, I'm going to select leadership team. For example, I have a leadership group. I have a leadership group, and for this leadership group, I want to apply this policy. Clear? Are you getting me? Then next. Now, do you want to apply Defender for Office 365 protection? Specific recipients, leadership team. You can absolutely enable on everyone. I'm just showing you a demo purpose. That's it. I have to show you multiple options that are available. I'm showing it to you. Then impersonation protection, email addresses, same. See, you're getting 0 out of 350. Out of 0 out of 50. That means this is the limit. Protected users at this moment is 0 capability it has. Sorry, 350 capability. 50 domains can be added. Trusted domains and senders at this moment, unlimited capability. Policy mode. Yeah, I want to turn it on. You will also get an error here. No need to worry. You will also get an error here. No need to worry about it. And click OK. Just cancel this. By now it could have been activated. You should see it activates. Even though you get an error, it should get activated. Yeah. Is this clear? These are the configurations. And then if you go to threat policies, these are preset security policies that we have applied on different protection mechanisms. Clear? Any questions? OK. Any questions, guys? On the preset security policies? No. Then here, safe attachments. Safe attachments. Just observe. Can you see here? Strict preset security policy. Do you want to enable that strict preset security policy, standard preset security policy, and built-in protection from Microsoft? So for even attachments, these policies are enabled. Even for the attachments, the policies are enabled. Any questions here? Just I'm showing you that these options are available for you. Any questions? Do let me know. So here global settings.
Is there a way to validate these policy settings? What we are doing is effective. Are we going to?
That we have to go step by step. At this
Okay.
moment, you are enabling it, and then whether it is enabled or not, you have to test later.
So we are going to do that step as
Yeah,
well, right?
but that will happen next week only, because first configuration and then testing later.
Got it.
That's why I'm being a little slow here, because I don't want you to get confused. I want one by one. And you see, protect files in SharePoint, OneDrive, and Microsoft Teams. If a file in any SharePoint, OneDrive, or Teams library is defined as malicious, safe attachment will prevent users from opening and downloading the file. What happens if we disable and if a malware or a Word document with malware gets infected? The only reason I'm not showing it at this moment is you need to create a sandbox environment, and then in that environment only you have to practice all this. You cannot run on your computers. If I have to show you a malware thing I have to run a sandbox environment. No, at this moment, whatever I taught in the last class itself, everyone forgot. So I'm just keeping today light till next week. Maximum you will do this in second week and third week, second day or day 3, all the activities, testing activities. But at this moment you are learning what options we are enabling so that you have 1 week time to read everything and come with questions for testing. OK, that's why. OK, so now allow people to click through protected view even in safe documents identified the file as malicious. You see the protected view typically gets enabled. Have you observed in your when you open a file, it will tell you that enable editing. Have you seen that option, enable editing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
how do you think that enable editing will come? When you enable options here, your administrator will enable options telling that do you want to open each and every file in the protected view or do you want to enable it in the editing mode? So your administrator configures it. Then it will reflect in your day-to-day activities. Any questions? Any questions, guys, here? Clear?
Clear.
Go to the threat policies. Then you have configuration analyzer, anti-phishing, anti-spam, anti-malware, safe links, block list, email authentication settings, DKIM, advanced delivery, enhanced filtering, quarantine policies, user reported settings, evaluation mode. A couple of there we will go as we go. And you see here assets. You can do asset management, endpoint detection, email management, cloud app integration. We'll go one by one as we progress. But today we are talking about emails at this moment. So this is how you will enable Office 365 email level protection. Yeah.
Sir, is it like we need to enable each and everything individually, or by enabling preset security policies, all the defaults will be enabled automatically?
By default, preset policies will have default things that gets enabled. But if you want to write anything on the custom, you can go ahead and write the custom settings.
Okay, so whatever is shown below the policies rules, all are by default enabled.
By default enabled.
Okay.
Now, if you go to settings section, you will see a couple of options like this. Can you all go to settings section of yours and see where you're able to see same options like me? Go to settings option here on the left side and tell me where you're able to see same options like me. Or do you see a difference in mine?
I only have identities and security center. That's it.
Identities and security center is
Yeah.
only there.
Yeah.
And 365 Defender also is there for me.
Okay.
3 are there total.
Okay. Then endpoints, email and collaboration,
No.
device discovery, you will
No,
not
we don't
see.
that. I don't see.
Now, after completing this lab, come here and then you will see.
Okay.
Okay. Now, see general Office 365 settings. I'll go into general Office 365 settings. And then you see here, email details, email notification, add incident email notification. So any incident happens to whom you want to notify. Office 365 Defender incidents to whom you want to notify. Okay. Threat analytics. If something happens, how the notification should work. To whom, what the recipients and the review rule. Then preview features. At this moment, it's not enabled. Streaming API. That's fine. That we will. This is not important at this moment because what happens is you can stream Office 365 logs directly into Azure Event Hub. What is the benefit of streaming the logs from here? From Event Hub, you can deliver it to Splunk. Now you are getting it. How do you fetch Office 365 logs from here to Splunk? For example, you have a QRadar. You want Office 365 logs to be pushed from here to QRadar. You want your Office 365 logs to be pushed from here to Splunk. You want your Office 365 logs pushed from here to any other third-party service. So what you can do, you can use streaming API to go ahead and send the logs to Event Hub, and Event Hub will go ahead and send the logs to the concerned destination server. Okay, any questions here? Sure, no questions. Guys, no questions? Okay. Okay. Now what you guys are going to do is, you guys are going to repeat what I have done. You guys are going to repeat what I have done. So how will you repeat it? Like every time, I'll give you the I'll give you the lab guide. Where is the lab guide? I'm going to share the lab guide access in the chat box. I'm hoping that this speed is okay, right? Do you want me to increase the speed? Because I know this is a little complex concept, so I'm just going a little slow here. And this concept, when you go back, things will change at your office side also. That's why I'm being a little bit slow step by step. In case if you want me to increase the speed, yeah, do let me know, okay?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I have shared all the details. Just go ahead and complete the lab. Okay. Guys, give me yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
cool.
We are good with that.
Okay, please. I'll give you 20 minutes time to complete this activity. And then we'll continue. Like every time, please bookmark this URL because this is going to be important, no? Bookmark it, please.
Sir, it says that enable organization customization.
Can you share your screen?
Yes, sir, I'm getting the same error.
Yeah. Can you share the screen, Muthu? Yeah.
Yes.
This is
Yeah, 1 second. The command you try to run isn't allowed in your organization. To run this command, you need to run the enable organization custom. Click OK.
It's just rendering, sir. This one.
Click next.
It's not going.
It's not giving. Yes. Okay, cancel this once. Reload the page once.
No, sir, I tried that, sir. Reloading, but still it's the same error.
Okay, let me also see how many else are facing the same issue. Click on standard.
I'm also facing the same error, sir.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. I'm just looking at it. Why this error?
And when I tried giving this command in the PowerShell, it's again not accepting. It's asking us to get credits.
Can you go ahead and check just if you have enough credits?
I have
Yes, sir,
$93.
Yeah, $97.
But this is in the same subscription, no?
No,
The
I
Active
think-
Directory is different
Yeah.
subscription, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot because I use same subscription for all my activities, so that's why I will not face any issue. Because you guys have activated the credits in different subscription.
Okay, let me just check that.
Yeah, just check.
Again,
Sir, I have credits, almost $81 is there in my credit, but I'm getting the same error.
No worries. That's okay. We'll work on it. See why it is working. Because it's an organization level. Because this comes with a cost. That's why. So we need to associate some money to it. So because for me it doesn't show because everything I do in same account. Check your balance. Click check your balance. It doesn't have an active sponsorship. No worries. I got you. I got you. What you're telling. And now can you go to Azure? Muthu, Krishna, go to the Azure. You have a tab already opened, I think.
Yes, sir. I'll 1 minute.
Yeah. Not here. How will you activate here? There is no, it doesn't matter. No, there you have to activate. As an admin, you have to run everything, no?
Okay.
Yeah, here
you want me to go to Azure?
Yeah, here you have Azure. You have already opened Azure portal. My dashboard is there in the second tab.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries, admin. Now you go to the You are getting this. Okay, this is an admin center. Okay, fine. Go to
It's
the
not
second tab.
admin center, sir.
No,
I
it's-
was doing the other, what is that?
.com. Yeah, go there. No worries. If for everyone it is same, then no worries. It's just a credits issue. We'll handle that. Just go ahead and enable the PowerShell. Yeah, enable that. Yeah, go for a PowerShell. Yeah. Okay, see, you will not have any subscriptions because you don't have
same
a.
error.
Yeah, don't worry. See, it's not error actually. We don't have money.
I mean, yeah, there are no credits.
See, there is no credits. That's it. Very clear. No. See, you already learned how credit works, how subscription works. You already learned in the previous class. This is a new Active Directory. In this Active Directory, you don't have credits. That's the reason you are unable to do any lab. Are you guys understanding?
Yes.
There's nothing to do with error. It's a limitation. Like, we did not do the prerequisite. No. Typically, it's a pay as you go model you use.
Yeah.
Or you activate some credits and then you work on this job. But at this moment, because you don't have anything, there is no money. It's a fresh account that you have created, no? Yeah. New account. So in that account itself, you have to activate all your subscriptions. The only challenge that you are going to face is, you remember when I have asked you to activate Microsoft Azure Pass, some people activated somewhere else. They don't know where they are activating. You remember, you don't know where you are activating your credits. Under which subscription, under which directory you are enabling, you don't know at that moment. But now you know, right? Now you know that you have to activate your subscription under this account. Under this account, that means under the directory that you have created, no, Adatem Lab 400. In that account, you have to enable your subscription.
Yes, sir.
Cost.
I have it in the other one. So thing was,
You cannot transfer.
Yeah.
So then what you have to do, you have to move the subscription from one Active Directory to other Active Directory. That's a migration.
Okay.
Okay, so don't worry, that should not be a problem.
I can get the rest of the things in the other one where I have credits, sir. I can do that.
You can do that. You can do that also there itself. But you got to know, right, where you can do. Now, what happens is, let's Muthu show a demo for you. Don't do. Okay. Just see what Muthu is doing. Just see. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Don't just don't be in so excitement and then do it. There's a limitation why I'm asking you to stay till I tell you. So yeah, Sharanya, we know that. We know what the error you're getting. Yeah, now you do that, Muthu. Now, just before that, switch the directory.
Okay, so currently I am in. I'll just go with the first one, sir. Just open the Azure
See
portal.
where your credits. Look at the right credits. That is the more important thing.
Yeah, I'll show that one. I'll show the credits here.
See, Muthu is here showing you how it works. Okay, so don't do it.
So I have around $93, where I have.
No, we cannot see. We cannot see at this moment. Yeah, now I can see. See, for example, now Azure for Students subscription. Look at the subscription, where the subscription is.
Yeah.
Look at the subscription. Yeah, now where the subscription is, just observe. It's under which directory? Look at it. How do you know where the subscription is? Under which directory the subscription is? Is it in the default directory?
Yeah, I'll go there. I have it under this default directory.
Correct. Switch it.
Yeah.
Now go to the Azure Active Directory in the default. Go to the licenses section in the default. Because you don't have a licenses, you'll not be able to operate anything of this feature, right? So
I
at
think
this moment,
yeah.
Now assign a user.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Just observe what he is doing. Okay, guys, understand that is more important. Today, I'm not forcing you to do the lab. It's OK. You have a user here.
Yeah, I'll go with that first one. one which you asked me.
Yeah. So don't get confused between that user and this user. They are two different things. That is different directory. This is a different directory. Guys, if you are getting confused between the directories, do let me know. That's why we have enough time to discuss.
And he's creating it in default directory, right? Muthu?
He's creating
Yeah,
in default directory.
I'm creating in default directory, and that's where my credits are there. Example, if you have switched over to that AZ500, that previous lab, and if you have credited in that, then go to that and continue with the activity which Nishant previously has told.
Yeah, but Muthu, what we are asking them is let them learn how other people are doing it. I don't want them to feel so excited and then complete something and then face issue later, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Hey, assign the role, global administrator there itself. In one go, you can complete it.
Sure. Do you want me to do that? I'll do that.
Yeah, no, here itself. Just do it immediately, no, because rather than going again and doing it. In one screen, you can complete it. Just guys, you are only observing and learning. You are not doing. OK. Yeah, click on create.
Please stop me.
Yeah, in case true. I'll tell you wherever, in case if I feel that's not going well, I'll tell you hints. Maybe you need to reload the page. Sometimes Azure is like that.
Yeah, got mine. And previously there was one issue when we were assigning the license, it was not going through that. So just people over there, I'll just show that.
Settings, top.
You can go and select the location. I'm just putting it India. And,
guys, please observe what Muthu is doing, okay? Just don't ignore it. He's doing something important.
And now I'm just, I've completed the admin created. I have assigned a global administrator role. Then I've set the location, because sometimes to assign the license, that is the main criteria. So I'm just assigning a license. I hope this everyone is familiar with. And I've successfully assigned the license. And just give me a minute. Close this. So this is my username, the login user principal name. So now I've got the security.microsoft.com and now I'm going to enable the policy. So under email and collaboration, policy and rules, then thread policy. So under preset security policy.
It takes time, don't worry.
Okay.
That's expected. Because it is just created, no? It has just created the account and all. So it will take few seconds to reflect.
Sir, we did these steps before lunch, right? So only difference I've seen, I have changed the, he have switched to default account, default directory.
Correct. That is what he's doing. He's not showing anything new.
Correct. So how we will check whether it is in default directory or in other directory, the credits are available?
That's what he has shown, no? That's how he has shown that. First, he has shown you where the credits are, and then he started doing the lab.
Okay.
I'll share you the link if required in the chat. Please use that and you can check your credits. What is that? How much credits are remaining?
Taking time.
First, standard protection. Still the same.
Now you go. Now you go. Now you take the command.
Okay.
Now go to the shells. Your default portal. Go take the command. Yeah, command enable organization customization. Copy this. Go to the default directory where you have activated things. Just observe it, guys. Yeah, this is the default directory. Enable it. No, wait. Here. See, here, this is where very important. If you select in Azure for Student subscription, your directory and everything will be enabled there. Now show advanced settings. Be very cautious on what you choose here. So this subscription, select Azure for Students.
Yeah, it's selected, sir.
No, it should be Azure Pass, no?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
you have credits here, no?
The credits are with this particular account.
Are you sure for all of you?
Sir.
Yes,
Yeah, it's the
yes.
same.
Fine. Then create a storage. Then just close this and reopen it and again and do it. If it is the same. I was in assumption that it's called as Azure Pass. It should not be Azure for Students.
It's the same from the beginning, sir.
Then for me it is okay. No worries. You have activated for Azure for Students. Okay. So please ensure wherever you activate this, there only if you run this command only on that subscription, this gets enabled. Anyway, it's a default directory, so it should enable, but be cautious on what where you're doing it. Let's wait for this to complete. See, this is the most complex topic of all in AWS. Sorry, Azure. It has so many components. That's why I made it as engineering. See, engineering means bringing a lot of components together and tying them together, not one component. In Azure security, you learn component by component. Are you getting me? Component designing is different from bringing all the components together and make it to run. Yeah. Okay. Is not recognized as a command line function, script or executable program. Checking the spelling of the name or the path included. Verify the path is correct.
That got the
Sure.
same error.
Dash confirm, space dash
I mean,
confirm,
same thing.
space dash confirm. Yeah, dash space dash CO capital C O N FIRM. Confirm. That's it. Confirm. Should have this enabled. I'm just looking at why that error is coming. See, now he got a chance to actually open the shell and run. You may not get the chance. Why? Because his entire activity he has done on the default directory. So he will be very cautious in doing what it is. Just looking at why this error is there. One second. Because I don't get this error because of some reasons. Just give me 1 minute.
Do we have to load any module, Nishant?
I did not load any module. I did not load any module. Just looking at that only. Which module is important? Because I could have done this a couple of times, so that's why it will not ask me. 1 second. Okay, just go to your Office 365 Admin Center.
Office 365 Admin Center.
Yeah, Admin Center. Search for, yeah. Go to left side. Settings.
Which one? Settings.
Yeah. Just expand all of them. Show all. Just expand all of them. Yeah. Click on settings. Settings. Yeah. And then
Org settings. Right?
yeah, organization settings. Scroll down. Second. Office Azure Information Protection. 1 second. I'll tell you. Rather than installing a module, without installation of a module, I want to do it. Because again, I don't want everyone to say, oh, we have to install that module and then getting confused. If you install the module, you can go ahead and modify it from the PowerShell itself. Because this comes with a lot of configuration, so I just don't want to install a module, do the job. Just a second, guys. Because I need to load the module. The problem is if I have to load the module, there is a couple of configuration that we need to do. I don't want to do that. Without that configuration only, I'll try to get that job done. Okay, oh, just Muthu, you do this activity, yeah? Only for you.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
I sent one command. Take that command. On that command. Only that is for Muthu, huh? Don't do it. Yeah.
Sir, now just a clarification. The shell is not starting for me in the other directory. I'm able to start shell only in default directory.
Yeah,
run the
that is expected. That is expected. That's what we were discussing. That is an expected thing.
But sir, but our
Why?
directory is different, right?
Yeah, ideally you should have money there, no dear Shweta. The money is not there.
Money is there only, sir. Okay.
Correct. That's why what we will do, if it doesn't work here, we'll switch the directory. You already learned it. It doesn't take much time for you to create a new one, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I just gave this command and I said yeah, that is yes to all.
Yeah, just do once again. That's okay. Yeah, it's installed.
Okay.
I think if this PowerShell doesn't work, then I need to find a different way. I'm just looking at the GUI where I can find it in mine. If it doesn't work out here, no worries. I'll go ahead and maybe we'll do it later, but I'll continue the class. But just give me 2-3 minutes. I'm quickly looking at once again. Customization. Just give me a minute. I'm just looking at my screen. Just give me 1 moment. Okay, just go to your regular windows. Just go to your regular windows. I'll share you that troubleshooting steps. Just do that. Only Muthu will do it, huh? Not everyone. So you're there.
Yeah, I'm there, sir.
Just give me, I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you the list that I had. Sorry. What I'll do, I'll just give you all the commands in one sequence rather than you reading it. 1 minute. Muthu, I shared a link on the chat box. Can you open that for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Open a PowerShell on your local machine. Okay. On your local machine, open a PowerShell with root privileges.
Sure.
Just see if that works. Yeah, just open a PowerShell with root privileges. Run that. No, use the other PowerShell, not this. Use that blue color shell. Use that blue color shell, no? The other PowerShell.
This one, sir. I closed the one, previous one.
Okay, fine.
This is the administrator one.
Okay, fine. Just run this command.
Windows 32.
Yeah, okay, fine. Just run this.
All
Copy
together?
all. Yeah, no worries. All together. You just do it. Good practice. This is just for Muthu, okay?
It's conducting some activity.
Yeah. Is it throwing any pop-up?
No,
not
nothing.
Not at this moment. Okay, let it install the module. We'll see.
It's downloading online exchange.
Yeah. See, they could have given a UI option, but what to do? They have done that, but I'm not sure why it is not working in yours. But anyway, if this doesn't work out, I'll pause your activity. Let me complete that activity, and then I'll give you a chance next week to complete the same activity. We don't want to waste time on this. I'll find out why the issue is there.
Yeah, pop-up came.
Yeah, just log in.
With admin or normal?
With that normal, because you have enabled it in default directory, no? For you. Just you log in with default directory. Credentials. This is just for Muthu, please. For other people, I'll tell you later. Personal account, Microsoft accounts are not supported for this. Okay. What was the default directory username password?
The same one, sir. It is the same thing.
What is it?
I have it here.
No, that admin at the rate, no?
Just go to that one. You want?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, this one. Scroll down. Is it a different account? Is it not showing you different account?
No, it's not.
Okay, cancel it. No worries. You can rerun the commands and it will run once again. Yeah, run the previous command. That's enough. Just run the click on the app or mark here. Yeah. Ideally, this has to be given as a UI option. I could not find a UI. Right, try next again. Sign in. Let's wait for the activity to complete.
I've got the PowerShell has come, sir.
Yeah, PowerShell has come now. Just do the activity third step in the directory.
The enable one, right?
Yeah, correct. No, not that. Go to the documentation I have given, the link, troubleshooting link. Yeah, third section. Just select if the dehydration is enabled.
With this one, right?
Yeah, you should get that as an output. The below one is output. Line number 1 is only the command from get organization config. I think the first one was your good activity. You could have copied directly only that.
Yeah.
Sometimes these guys. Enter.
Yes.
Yeah. Now do the enable organization customization. Just copy paste the command. And then re-verify it.
Need to confirm or just that is
Enter. Guys, are you observing what he is doing?
Observing, sir, but
Yes,
not
sir.
very.
Later, please don't tell that I lost the internet connectivity. I did not see what happened. So just observe what Muthu is doing. Just observe. That's it. Nothing else. No need to do anything. So sometimes the changes will take effect immediately. Sometimes it will take time. So in case after doing this activity, if it is not changing, don't worry. I'll let you know.
It has enabled.
Yeah. Now go with the 5th command itself as it is. No, go for the 5th command. 5th command. No, not this one here. In the same documentation. In the same documentation, go for the 5th command. Yeah. Copy that and paste. Check whether it is showing you false or not. Yeah, enter. Yeah, okay. Now what you do, go to your portal where you have got this error, no? Just reload the page.
Yes.
Reload the page. Okay, click OK. It's telling it's not licensed. You logged into the new one only, right? New admin only, right? Not the old one.
Yes, this is with admin account, sir.
Okay, just go for just click on that.
Next.
No, click on the user profile. Yeah.
It's not responding.
Cancel this. Click on the user profile. Admin at Muthukrishna. Just reload the page once. Reload. Yeah. Scroll down. Yeah, manage protection settings. Okay, once again. Organization's Muthukrishna.outlook is not licensed for Exchange email functionality. Why he is not disabled? Okay, cancel it. Go to Office 365 administration. Go to Office 365 admin center. You're not getting shell here. Shell option should come. Reload this page also. Okay.
No shell option.
No. Okay, no worries. What I'll do, I'll just try to replicate this scenario once again at my side, and then I'll come up with a solution further in the next week class. But meanwhile, you can observe mine. I don't want to spend your time in troubleshooting.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. If required, I'll just share you my credentials and you can replicate the same.
Yeah, that will be good. Excellent. But at this moment, let's keep that paused, and I don't want you to sit on something which it's my responsibility to complete. Yeah. So we will not waste time there. But I don't know why I'm not getting error, because I did exactly same what you have done. Let me see. Let me go back and see why that issue is. Okay, just observe my screen at this moment. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it says 24 hours to 72 hours. So let me wait. Anyway, now you have seen the instructions, right? Did you all observe the instructions that happened? Now what we will do, I'll be in touch with Muthukrishna to see whether it has worked after 24 hours or not. And then I'll tell you guys in the, what do you call? I'll inform you on the WhatsApp. We are on the group, no? On the WhatsApp group, I'll inform you what has to be done. In case if I need you to do some changes before you come to the class, I'll let you know. So that should not be a problem. Okay, are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
That's better, because we don't want to
Yes,
waste
sir.
time on something which is just troubleshooting. I know troubleshooting is important, but not at this moment for this. Okay, good. Let's go. So I'll just go ahead and enable and show you something called as discovery services. So it should be easy. So if you go to settings, do you all see device discovery? Do you see Muthu? Do you see this device discovery option?
No, sir. I only have three things: security center, then
Identities and dependent.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, just observe my screen. I'll just go ahead and do that. So for example, if you go to device discovery, the activity that I'm going to do is actually whatever is required for today we have seen, but this is next week's, but I'm just going to give you some hints here. Okay, so if you go to settings and go to device discovery, don't worry if it is not enabled, I'll show you the way to do it. Now you see here, there's a basic discovery method and a standard discovery method. Okay, you can go ahead and monitor networks, data sources, IoT scanning and all. But what we will do, just go to discovery setup, see the standard discovery is enabled or not. Okay, see that the standard discovery is enabled or not. If it is not enabled, then it's a problem. This should be enabled. So at this moment, I'll close this, go back to my settings, I'll reload the page. Now I can onboard any server onto this. I can onboard any server into this. At this moment, we need a server. Just observe what I'm doing. I already have servers. Just observe what I'm doing. OK. You see the endpoints here. Now, if you go to the licenses for the endpoints, Microsoft Defender for endpoint at this moment, plan number 2, I have 20 licenses to be enabled at this moment. OK, if you go to the roles, we can go ahead and turn on a couple of roles if you want. But Microsoft Defender for endpoint administrator role we can turn on. But at this moment, I'm not turning on. I just go to device groups. I can group the. OK, I can use SIM APIs integration, alert suppression indicators, process memory indicators, web content filtering on the endpoint. This is endpoint. At this moment, content filtering is off. Automatic uploads, automatic folder exclusions. What is this folder exclusion? You know FIM? You know FIM?
Yes.
File integrity monitoring, where it will
Yes,
monitor
sir.
a specific folder. You can do that here. See, device onboarding. This is where I'm going to onboard devices. For example, which operating system your client is, Windows 10 and Windows 11. So at this moment, the deployment method is available in 4 methods. You can do using a local script. You can do the device deployment using a group policy. You can do Microsoft endpoint configuration, mobility device management or Microsoft Intune, or VDI onboarding for non-persistent devices. So there are different methods in which you can onboard a system. If you have a system, you can onboard that system using 4 different methods. So I'm creating a local script. Now what I need to do is I need to click on download onboarding package. I need to click on download onboarding package. Now what I will do is at this moment, I will log into a different computer, and in that computer, I will do the job. At this moment, I will log into a different computer and do that job. So you have to observe my screen at this moment. OK. So I have a virtual machine running here. I have a virtual machine running here. So first I should see currently, if I click on login into this virtual machine, I cannot copy. So what I will do, I'll just go ahead and enable. Now you can go ahead and copy this anywhere else and then do it. I'm just doing it here. Just observe it. OK. security.microsoft.com. Settings, endpoints, onboard an endpoint, local script, and download the package. So now a package is downloaded. Just open the file. So see here, many people have this habit of running the file as it is without extracting from zip file. Never do that. Always extract it from the zip file and then run anything on top of it. Always extract it and then run. Clear? So now by default, this will be having a lock properties. See, there is something called as unblock. There is something called as, see, this file came from another computer and might be blocked due to help your protection. Yeah, you say unblock. If you say unblock, then Microsoft will not block this. Microsoft will not block the files that are downloaded from other systems. OK, right click and run as administrator. Right click, run as administrator. Please confirm while enter. So it's starting the Microsoft Defender for endpoint onboarding process, testing the administrator privileges. Script is running with sufficient privileges, performing the onboarding operations, starting the service if it is not ready, finished performing onboarding operations, waiting for the service to start. Successfully onboarded a machine to Microsoft Defender for endpoint. Clear? So now what happens is we run a script. Now this system will get onboarded.
So this is a manual activity that needs to be done on all missions that needs to be onboarded.
No, typically in an organization, you use group policy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you cannot onboard 10,000 machines just like that. It takes time. So you'll use a group policy to do it. Okay, any questions here? Are we good? So we have just onboarded. Now, how do we know whether the onboarding process is completed? So yes,
Will show in the portal.
Yeah, I'll also show you. First is onboarding step. See, onboarded device. Second step is run a detection test. First, device detection test incomplete. To verify that the device is properly onboarded and reporting to the service. The detection script on the newly onboarded device. Open a command prompt window. After the command prompt, copy and paste the below command. So I'll copy this command prompt. So did they say, is it administrator here? No. So, but still, if you don't even see, always in Windows, no, you have to run as administrator only to do the job. So now I'll paste it and then enter. If successful, the detection test will be marked as complete and the new alert will appear in few minutes. Clear? Let me come here, go to the onboarding. Here at this moment, it doesn't show me anything. My command prompt also turned off. It has auto went off. Did you see that? Now let's go to device inventory. Where is the inventory section? On your left side, you will see an inventory section. See the device inventory. Now we have to see our device reporting. So at this moment, I'm waiting for my device to report here. So I don't see any devices here. So start onboarding devices. We have onboarded our device. What I will also do, I'll do one more time testing. So I left off, so I have to go for device inventory. I'm waiting for my device to show it up here. So now one more thing is, as per Microsoft, it may take time, and we have seen device taking so much time to come back. So what I will do, I'll go ahead. Where is this screen? One second. One second, guys. Yeah. One second. So what I'll do, I'll complete the next task and I'll give like 15-20 minutes. Let it come back. So it will take time. So meanwhile, I don't want to waste my time. So I'll just keep it here and I'll do the next task. The next task is configuring the roles of the users. OK, so go to your settings. Go to the endpoints. You click here roles. So we have we have already turned on the roles. If you have not turned on, click on turn on button and then a role will get created. But the default role will be here. So just click on new role. And in case if you would like to do advanced remediation, for example, ultimately you want to do remediation, right? When something happens. So you can say, OK, I'm creating tier 1 support. I'm creating a tier 1 support role in permissions. Security operations, threat and vulnerability management, or active remediate actions like security operations, threat and vulnerability management, exception handling, remediation handling, application handling to this role. Threat and vulnerability management, alert investigation, manage security alerts in security center. There's a lot of options that are there. OK, enable live response capabilities and go for advanced. Go for advanced live response capabilities. Are you seeing this is an administration job? As an administrator, you are doing all this job. Later, as a analyst, you will do the job. So assign the user groups. Now, for example, which user group systems you want them to manage? OK, 9 to which user group it is. So he is a part of IT. This role is a part of IT. Add selected groups. Yeah, the selected group is added. Click on save. Now a role is created. A role is created in Microsoft Office 365 Defender endpoint configuration. Now this role is applied to this group. So this group of people can go ahead and do advanced response capabilities. And then you can group all the devices as together. So I'm waiting for my group settings. So device group, click on device. So you can go ahead and create different groups. For example, I will say regular system. OK, now automation level. Would you like to automate the response? Semi required approval for other folders, required approval for non-temp folders, require approval for core folders, or full remediate threats automatically. I'll just say full remediate the threats automatically and click on next. Now you see here device, specify the matching rule that determines which device belongs to this group. Now these are all regular systems, not servers or regular desktops. So I can say, for example, in your organization as a part of asset management, do you maintain a structure for your assets? Desk dash 001, desk slash BLR slash inventory. You will do an inventory, right? You have a name for all of your desktops. Do you have a name?
Yeah, we do it based on desktops, laptops, then test systems, location.
So that means you will follow a pattern.
Yes.
So you can go ahead and give here a pattern. In case if you are following a pattern, starts with something, you can go ahead and select. But in this case, did we select anything?
No, we don't have. We can use the domain name. Name.
So what I will do and OS. OK. I'll select Windows 10. OK, it doesn't matter which system it is, as long as it is Windows 10. In this case, I'm taking this. In this case, OK. So next. See, no machines matched. Why the no machines are matched? That means my system has not yet reported. My system has not yet reported. If my system is reported, it will be shown here. Correct? See, I selected devices, so it should be shown here because if there are no systems, you cannot create a groups out of it. And which user should have access on this group? Which user access should have on this group? So at this moment, it is not showing me any device, but I'll create the group and keep it ready. And user access, SGIT, add selected groups and click on done. So now what did we do? Apply the changes. So at this moment, we have 0 devices with full remediate threats automatically capabilities, and it's a users from the IT group can manage it, can manage the remediation. Are you getting me? But ultimately the device has to be shown. At this moment, my device is not showing, but I just completed this activity. Ideally, I'm waiting for my system to come up here and show it. But at this moment, I don't know why it's not showing, but it takes time. Anyway, it's a time taking process. If not, I'll onboard one more machine. If this machine doesn't work, I'll onboard a different machine.
Sir, one doubt I have here. Okay. Since we are onboarding from example, this particular domain, we downloaded. I have different domains in my organization. Let's say that domain 1, domain 2, domain 3. Can I onboard all this, or it is limited to that particular device to which domain it is being onboarded only can be reported here?
That means every time on one machine, the user is logging into 4 different domains.
Yeah, I'll say that I have 10 systems, 10 are in 10 different domains, and it can be 10 different users, or
no, this is a domain specific. This is domain specific.
Sorry?
This is domain specific.
It's a domain. Okay.
See, because you have logged in as a different domain, and you will only be able to manage that domain devices. Okay.
But endpoints, I can download and onboard it there, or no? No, sir. I'm talking about.
You will not have licenses, no dear.
Okay. Okay.
See, for example, look at the Microsoft Office structure. If you look at the Office structure, whatever the activity that you are doing inside a domain. Inside that domain name. Whatever the activity that you are doing, for example, your license is associated with your domain, no? That 365 users or 300 users is associated with your domain.
Yes, sir. I agree that one. Just wanted in an organization example.
Then you have to purchase different licenses for each domain.
Okay. And if what in enterprise or professional version, at least 4 different domains can be logged in as a user. Like I can just log in, example, Muthukrishna at outlook.microsoft.com or something like some Office 365 account.
My question is not like that, My question is a little different. I'll come from a different point of view. So typically for your domain name, what is your domain name? Just take your domain name directly that is on the Active Directory.
Okay. It's I'll
for example, let's say domain1.xyz.com.
Yes.
Then you have domain2.xyz.com. Then you have domain3.xyz.com, domain4.xyz.com, and domain5.xyz.com. Now, when you are actually creating Azure Active Directory, you can go ahead and select something like star.xyz.com.
Okay.
When it is a star.xyz.com, that means it's just like xyz.com. You can onboard any device that is possible. Because the license is given to wildcard domain.
Okay.
But the license you should activate at xyz.com level, not at domain1.xyz.com level.
But that is it really possible on that way? If it is like example, we go on a typical Indian corporate, this one.
Indian corporates are always not local.
Yeah. So
and not only Indian corporates, everywhere it is same.
So just to because there will be some operational challenges. That's a reason.
Yes, these challenges will be there. These challenges will be there. You will waste unnecessarily licenses. You have to purchase 3-4 extra domains for managing these. Yes, the challenges, everything that you're telling will be there. Absolutely, it will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is,
sometimes vendors will come in. We have to do some those things. Yeah, there are there, but I have got your overall picture of how to onboard a device.
But what you said is absolutely correct. I'm agreeing with it. The reason is these are the typical challenges that we face today also. I've seen big enterprises. and their domain name is .local. And you know what they do? They do outside DNS mapping differently, inside DNS mapping differently. Inside all DNS systems will talk on .local, and external they will talk on x.xyz.com, abc.xyz.com. I can
I agree that one, sir. I'll just give you a typical example, like a group. Let's say that race.reva.com would be the local domain to manage internally for Active Directory. And when we come, it would be race.reva.edu.in. So it is two different. When Office 365 came, we would purchase the license for race.reva.edu, but not for the other one. So really, there are operational challenges, MDM policy or endpoint or managing the system for Azure AD Connect, Azure AD, or getting that was. So we have to move from that old culture like Exchange ID and
absolutely. You're correct. So the moment Office 365 migration happens, this is what the migration challenge will come. The first migration challenge that you will get when you have to move to Office 365 is that you have to start following the Office 365 domain naming convention. That is the reason what we are doing. We don't onboard directly user or directly this one. First, what we do, we ensure that the new Active Directory that is created, it's slowly domain migrated.
Okay.
And then only you will come to this job. Because the organization is designed in an older way. And the older way doesn't support with Office 365. I was talking to one of my friend who works in Accenture, not Accenture, Cognizant, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks before we were discussing on the same concept that they have only 600 machines. For migrating that 600 machines, they need to revamp the entire domain. Ask a user to log into different accounts. And that was a hectic challenge for them because their Office 365 is different. Now the organization has decided to use Office 365 domain naming convention, and the licensing is facing an issue. Their servers are getting migrated. They are getting issues because the domains are not same. Mapping is not happening. Users are not getting onboarded. Users having issue in logging in. All these challenges are coming. So as I said, this is the most complex thing in Azure. If you have to onboard user, onboard a system and all. The reason is Microsoft is so tightly integrated that coming out of this is a problem. But in case, for example, if you have to integrate a Splunk, if you have to integrate QRadar, they don't care about all this. Why? Because they run on their own agents. Here there is no agent. It's a service, still service is running. So they run it as an agent and they don't treat machine. They take the host name and they treat each host name as a unique machine. Here, host name cannot be taken as a thing. Device is treated differently. User is treated differently here. Because in the Splunk or Logarithm or QRadar, any onboarding solution, any MDM management, for them, they don't care about user. They only care about device. But here, care about the user is also considered. Caring about the device is also considered. You're understanding me, right? You're with me.
Yes, sir. I think you gave me that there are a lot of use cases like example servers, at least desktops onboarding is easy or converting them from existing domain. But how do we do the servers? How are servers onboarded?
I'm telling you, they are revamping everything. They created new servers with the due DMARC policies and configurations. Yeah, that challenges are there. That's why migrating to Office 365 fully is a challenge. You ask anyone who has done Office 365 migration, they will tell you this is a pain. Anyone you ask, I'm not sure how many of you have worked on this area, but trust me, when you go, people tell this is the most toughest thing in an enterprise to migration. Because there will be 100 things that we could have not followed when we are building Active Directory on our regular day-to-day environment. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for my device to onboard, because if the device is onboarded, then we can go ahead and do some configuration settings and all, and then see whether it is working properly or not. I'm just waiting for the device to get onboarded and see, or if not, I'll go ahead and restart just to see if that comes out. I see the configuration is proper. It's only the matter of device getting onboarded. So ideally, the documentation in the onboarding tells it's like it takes 60 minutes, but I don't think so why that will take so much time. Last time it took like 40-45 minutes for me to do, and I did sometime a month or something like that before. It may take up to 60 minutes is what they tell. But you guys are understanding, right? Other participants.
So I think we need to do the organization customization command once properly, and then see the output.
Yeah. See, Saranya, this is the most toughest thing. That's why I'm not expecting you to do the labs. This is I want you to feel that the reason is this has to be typically done in an enterprise by creating everything from scratch. For example, last week lab, no, that labs has to be integrated exactly like what we are doing now. So don't worry that, okay, if you are unable to do this lab, that's absolutely fine. The expectations is that you are only understanding the concepts here. For the entire security engineering, the concept is that only you will not do end-to-end labs, but you'll only get an overview of all the things. So if you look at cloud security, I teach it cloud security differently because that's a component by component integration. You take this component, this component and use it. But when you come to engineering, it's a lot of components you need to club it together. And clubbing all the components together is not a 3-4 day task. People take migration for 400-500 systems. Migration itself will take 2 to 3 years time. Business unit by business unit, user by user, they will migrate. So we cannot learn 2 to 3 months activities in 4 days. So that's why I'm giving you overview of everything. Like, okay, you should know that, okay, when we do architecting, these are the things that has to be kept in mind. And if you're expecting that we will do that architecting labs, like end-to-end enterprise deployment in 4 days, yeah, that's not going to happen. I thought I'll tell you this and start, but I overlooked it and I started the training. I'm just waiting for this guy to come up. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just quickly bring one more system up and running. Okay, meanwhile, any questions?
No, sir.
Sir, I am like little confused on this. Like, can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I check my balance, right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I check my balance, right? So it is showing that Azure for students. So what it means, like, this is like default directory, or how? Like,
this
what
is a
it
default
is?
directory. Everything is activated in your default directory only in the last lab.
Okay, so we have to do everything like creating a user and license.
Not at this moment. I have only asked Muthu to do that.
Okay,
Because
but
I want
later
to
on,
test
like
something.
we have to. Okay.
No, that I will tell you later on.
Okay.
Whether you have to migrate or not, I will do some testing and then I'll tell you. That's why I asked Muthu to do the job because he is already experienced in this domain. So he'll be able to tell me what challenges he is facing immediately. Over a call also he'll be able to tell me. That's why I did not ask anyone else to do, but just I want you to observe so that tomorrow when you come across something like that, oh, one of our friend has done this, that knowledge you should have. That's why.
Okay. So we are doing the same, we are repeating the same thing in next lab, right?
No, that's what I'm telling. Don't assume that.
Okay.
I will tell you what you have to do in next lab differently after troubleshooting. I'll just check why that error is coming, and then based on if I may have to change the method of doing also. Maybe I will teach you a different method of doing the same job. Maybe only commands. That I'll decide later, not at this moment.
Okay, sir. Yep. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah. Guys, you are with me, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a small doubt. We had created, I think you just showed how to create the onboarding package and deploy it. In case we need to deploy it to like, in enterprise level, for example, 600 to 700 machines. So how do we do that deployment?
Group policies.
Okay, group policies.
Yeah. Now what I'm doing is I'm just spinning up one more machine just to show you. Once again, I'll do the same job, but this time I will onboard a server 2022. Before I have onboarded Windows 10 and Windows 11, right? Now I'm going to onboard server 2022. I'll show you the demo. No, I'll show you the demo at this moment. No, not enabled. Just give me, I'm spinning up the server.
So can you share your screen?
Yeah. You know, right, how to spin a VM. Doesn't matter in which directory this is, at this moment. See, it's just a machine. Okay, if I go. How do I know whether a machine is a part of a domain or not? Is it a part of a domain? Industrial enterprise, no.
Can you open a command prompt, sir?
I have seen it's not a domain. Yeah. I opened it.
I think it's not in a domain.
Yeah. I'm just doing an RDP into one more machine. The problem is every time I do an RDP, because we don't have a full Active Directory setup, no? End-to-end user setup is not there. I'm just waiting for the system to load. And don't worry, guys, in case if you are unable to correlate, don't worry. You could have never seen this kind of environments. That's it. That's why you are unable to correlate. You may also feel that this is irrelevant to you. Yes, it is irrelevant to most of you. I'll tell you the reason. Because you will never, if you say I will never become a Microsoft Office 365 administrator, there is no point in learning this. And if you say I'm not a firewall engineer, there is no point in learning firewall. You are here to learn different kinds of technologies that are available. Keep from that point of view. The learning should be from that point of view. OK. Are you with me? Because if you say, for example, Nishant, I'm a developer, I don't do firewall, then no need of actually attending Reva course itself, because Reva course teaches you multiple things. So that's why here, if you feel that no, I may not become a security engineer, tomorrow you may get a chance, but today you may not be working on this. You're getting me right? Morning I was talking about Rahul, right? Rahul was a fresher, but why did he learn DevSecOps? He did a project in DevSecOps. And now that has made him to get landed on a job. So that's why I'm telling you. So don't worry that, OK, this is not from my domain. This may not be helpful for me. For whatever you're doing right now, it may not help you, because very rarely people will become Office 365 administrators. Have you seen talking? Most of the people talk that, oh, I'm a VAPT guy. I do firewall management, IDS, IPS management. Very less people talk that I'm a Office 365 administrator. Because people don't understand the security things that are there in that system. But anyway. So you don't look from that point of view. There's a lot of potential there. So look from that amount of potential that it will give you. I'm just doing the same job. I'm onboarding one more machine into this. Let me see if this machine gets onboarded fastly or not. Not this one. Now this time I'll be onboarding server 2022. OK. My server is on server 2022. The last one was a 2020, sorry, Windows 10. This time I'm using server 2022 Azure Edition. So 2022 up to 10 devices, same method I will use. So it has downloaded. Open the folder, go in folder, extract it. Right click, extract all. So after that, what we need to do, we just need to right click and then run as administrator. But before that, I need to unblock it. Oh, sorry. So let me see if that works out. We'll take it again. Go to the command, run as administrator, paste it, and see if it is working fine or not. Okay. Assuming that it's working fine, I'll go to my device inventory. No, it has not reported yet. So because it has not reported yet, I cannot do anything. After reporting only, I can do any activity or any of my labs that are there in the sequential order. I can only do after the onboarding activity gets completed. But you guys are understanding, right? What you have to do. But in your guys' case, it's not working because first of all, the customization itself is not enabled. The default policy itself is not enabled. So what we'll do, we'll ask Muthu to go ahead and enable a Office 365 E3 license. Okay. And then we will see the E3 license has the default configuration for this or not. Again, this is just an experiment for you to show you different way of activating things, because it may have multiple licenses to be activated at this moment. I'll just go ahead and see for Exchange 365, we can do something on Muthu's machine or not. Muthu, what you can do is you can share your screen. I'll guide you a few things. Just observe, okay? So many things that you have to digest at this moment. So don't worry about that. Yeah, Muthu, you can share your screen.
1 minute, sir. Just sharing it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Okay, just this is the Krishna88@outlook.com. Be in that default directory, no? That's what you're going to activate. You have to do.
Yeah,
where is your license activated? So which
same.
Okay, there are two directories, no? In this directory only you want to do the lab, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sure, no?
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, show me the license list. Show me the license list here.
1 minute.
Yeah. All products. Okay, this is default directory. Can you switch to Reva once? That Azure Aditum Lab. Switch to Aditum
You want
Lab.
to? Yeah, I'll switch to that.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah, correct. So you have both the places you have in license, because Office 365 gets only enabled to custom domains. It doesn't get enabled to your Gmail accounts.
Okay.
Okay. No worries. You have this, no? Just now what you do, just go for Office 365 E3. Go to Google and search for Office 365 E3 trial.
Okay.
E3 trial. Scroll down. You should see E3 link. Okay, anything is fine. Take a trial. Try for free. E3 or E5. E5 is also there. Anything is fine. E5 is a little heavy license, yeah. Take that and try it out. So I think it should detect it automatically. You remember in my case, it has detected. Just take the admin user. Take the admin. Yeah, take the admin user. from here. Take the user principal of administrator. Yeah. Yeah, user principal name and then paste it there. Next. Sign in. Yeah, log into that. Yeah. The problem is you see so many accounts captured there. Choosing the right account is very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just complete that activity. You know why I'm actually making a different domain and doing the job? Try again. Did you all realize why am I making different directory and doing all the job? In any worst case, if you do mistake also, nothing will happen to your directory. Just delete the directory, everything is gone. And it will be clean. Your Azure portal will be clean. If you do everything in the default directory, yeah, then things may change. Then you need to be a little more technical enough to delete everything. The offer that you want is unavailable. This might be usually one of the reasons. The offer has expired. Service is not available in your country. You cannot sign up for the same trial at the second time. See? Okay, any of these issues. Just go try E5. E5.
E5 only I tried.
No, you tried E3.
No, sir, I tried E5 only.
Is it?
See if
that was E5. Just go to the next one. Next tab. No, next one, last tab in that. Last tab in that, yeah. Click on back button. See, you tried for E3, Office 365 E3 trial. Top.
Okay. Select.
To start a new, okay. Cancel. I think it will not work out for you. I'll tell you the reason. So you need to add credit card and billing details for it to activate.
Okay.
I don't want you to all activate and by mistake something happens. You are charged. Recurrence charges. If you realize it early and then delete it, that's okay. But recurring charges, don't want you to occur. Okay, no worries. Okay, anyway, come back. My machine is activated. I can see my machines here. So guys, you can see my machine here reported. Sorry. Yeah. Muthu, you're telling.
No. I just asked, should I stop anyway?
No worries. Yeah. So guys, can you see this? My machine is reported. Now. So I think I have some issue with this machine. I need to see why this machine is reporting differently. One machine has reported already. Did you see a new server that I have created has reported? See server 001, which we have created, no? It has reported now. The other machine which I have created here has not yet reported. So I have onboarded two machines. You remember Win1, which I have onboarded? You guys remember this Win1 which I have onboarded first time? It doesn't work. So what I'll do, I'll just onboarded a different server. I have onboarded a different server to show the demo, and let's continue the demo now. Okay. Are you guys with me?
Yes, Nishant.
Okay.
Can we
Okay,
take
cool.
quick break if it is okay?
Yeah, sure. We will take anyway in 2:30 I'll end the session. So we'll take a 10-minute break, come back, and then I can continue the next half an hour. Okay.
Sure, sure.
I'll see you in 10 minutes. Hey guys, everyone, welcome back. Are you guys back? Give me a quick yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are
Yes,
back.
sir.
Okay, so now what happens is, you all remember before the break, we have taken a service here. We have a server up and running before the break. You all know that, right? Any questions still here? Any
No,
questions?
we are good with onboarding the device.
Okay, once you have onboarded the device, it has to identify the attacks, no? That's why we have onboarded the device, correct? Correct or not? So now you can look at the configuration of the server. See, you can select the server and you can see this server, how many alerts are generated, like alerts that are generated, timeline, security recommendations, software. What I will do before I explain all of this, I will generate an attack. I will generate an attack and then we will wait. And then by the time we discuss everything, the attack will execute. OK, so we have a malware file here. We have a malware file here in my downloads. So assume that your user has downloaded this somehow. Somehow he has downloaded it. OK, how to block downloads, we will talk later. That is easy. But after downloading, what should happen, we will talk. OK, so I'm opening this file, observer. I'm opening this file. OK, it's trying to open. See, it is asking for a password. It's a password protected file. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the password. See, I'm opening a password protected Word document. You know why people will give you password protected documents? Because by the time you type the password, you are taking 2 to 3 seconds time now. So this is a password protected file and see, this is just a social engineering, blah, 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 attack, whatever it is. And typically what will you do?
If any links are there, we'll open it and see, or any attachments inside.
So typically we do enable editing, right?
Yeah.
I'll do enable editing. See, security warning, macros has been disabled. Enable the content. So macros will run. See, you are about to run a demo attack scenario provided as a part of the Microsoft description. Click OK to confirm. So I'm running an attack here. I'm running an attack. See, threats found. Did you see that? Did you guys observe that notification? There are threats found. You see here, Microsoft Windows Defender has found a threat. Open it and see what threat it was able to find. So threats found, we will see. Is it showing anything here? Is it not showing anything? What I'll do, I'll run it again. But OK, let's see. Now the thread has run. I'll open it again. OK, first anyway, the thread was running. Let me see whether a process got created or not. A malicious process got created or not. So how do I know whether a service is created or not?
You can open a task manager or we can, what is that? Go to network and see that if any new connections are getting established.
OK, any new connections are getting established or not, I have to see. So I can go to task manager and see any unnecessary exe is running or not. So do we have any unnecessary exes running? The name should be Win ATP. It's an advanced persistent threat.
Can we sort it out?
Yeah. It starts with Win.
No, I think the threat is mitigated. It is
Okay.
detected and it is closed.
Now, if it has mitigated, then how will I record it? Okay, if it is mitigated automatically, that means I should see the alerts.
Yes, you should see in console, and it should be there in the user. What is that overview that what exactly is?
So let's go ahead and reload the page and to see if there are any threads. So 8 active alerts. Did you see the active alerts? Did you see? Before it was so many was there. Huh? Guys, did you see? Before this many were not there, right? This many was not there. Did you observe this? That's why I have shown you before also. Okay, I'll go outside the screen and I'll show you here. I'll just reload. See, before this many alerts was not there. Now you see so many alerts. I don't know, did you guys observe or not?
Yes, sir. We can see that.
Okay. Click on servers and you see the alerts. There were so many extra alerts that came. You see? Suspicious PowerShell downloaded or encoded command execution. Okay, that's okay. See, WinTap backdoor was prevented. Wint or backdoor is a registry key was detected and removed. Sequence of exploration activities, an anomalous scheduled activity. You are installing your EDR to do this job only, no? Are you doing the EDR for this job only? Correct.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do the testing. So let's go ahead and observe where the issue is with this WinTap. I want to know what is this WinTap. If I click on this WinTap, did you see? First, at 7:30 2022, 35:30 AM. Don't worry about 35:30 because it's a server time. OK, what is the server time? Tell me at this moment. 3:35 AM, right? What is the server time?
It's a UTC timing.
Yeah, so you see, it is on my server time. It is telling us 11:10. But why is it showing in different format? It's a UTC time. Always things will go in UTC time. So then you have to convert that. And then you see user init.exe has got executed. This was the process ID and it has an elevated privileges, and then explorer.index. Then explorer.exe has opened winword.exe in the process. Who executed it? What was the metadata of the file? What was the documentation? RS4 WinATP intro. That was the document name, no? See, RS4 WinATP intro invoice was the document name. And a PowerShell got executed. You see, a PowerShell command got executed, which has bypassed the user access control. And this is the payload that got executed. And a suspicious command line was created and it was detected. See, till here, the detection never happened. Till here, the detection never happened. Did you see? Till here, it is considered as a normal activity. Did you observe? Here, it is never shown as detected. But the moment PowerShell triggered from the Windows winword.exe, do you see suspicious command line detected? Now, guys, are you observing it? Suspicious power line command downloaded or encoded, execution happened, and then file interaction when apt intro backdoor.exe, backdoor was prevented, and then file interaction Trojan, WinTap backdoor was prevented, and defender detected and quarantined backdoor blah 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 in this registry key. And this is why you are using the EDR, right? Guys, you are not responding at all. You have to respond. Yes, no, yeah.
Yes, sir. You were on
You
the
understood.
floor.
OK, cool. So now this is how your endpoint detection response on cloud will work, which is a part of your existing license. No need to purchase a different tool. How good is this? That only time will tell. But it has the capabilities to give you a little more detail. I'm sure this is what your EDR also gives you. See, it has onboard, it has shown you two. One is server, the other one is the user that was located on that. And the user details are also pulled. Yeah, at this moment, the user is not a part of the Active Directory. The Azure user, no, it's not a part of the Active Directory. So that's why it's unable to pull any details. But the server is also not a part of Active Directory, but the agent is running, so it's able to build the information. Now I'll keep the platform open for you to talk. Sorry. And then also what I'll do, incident and alerts. I'll go to incidents. See, a multi-stage incident involving initial access and discovery on one endpoint. Malware incident on one endpoint. And what is the endpoint? Server 001.
Server.
Okay.
One quick question, sir.
Yeah.
So since we detected the PowerShell, we also get to see what script was.
Yeah.
There.
Correct. Yeah. We saw that, no? I'll show you. Go to device inventory. Server. And then alerts. Then WinTab. See, this is the PowerShell script that got executed. Okay. Go back to incidents. Select an incident. See 2 by 2 active alerts. No MITRE attack tactics. No MITRE attack tactics. That means it's trying to map it with MITRE attack also. 2 alerts. 1 device. Investigations. See, WinTab backdoor was preventing. The status was running because I was just running the investigation. No. So investigation details. Open investigation page. So now you see WinTab backdoor was automatic investigation. Huh? Investigation status timeline. Pending second time is 2 seconds. Investigation is running. Investigation ongoing. Malicious entities found in will be remediated. And you see investigation graph. Alert received. One correlated event. One server. And this investigation tells that entities analyzed. 3147 files, 146 processes, 227 services, 379 drivers, 22 IP addresses, and 251 persistent methods. If I go ahead and look at what are those files that got scanned, see Windows System 2. So it has automatically scanned and looked for other entities. And how many processes it has scanned? So each process ID that it felt is a malicious, it scanned. So all the services that are running on my machine is looked at it. The drivers that were found on this system, the IP addresses it has communicated. And persistent methods, file execution, print to screen, offline options, different processes that are there is shown. And the logs. Yeah, clear? See, want to see the full attack story, view how these alerts are correlated into incidents in the Office 365. So go ahead and see the queue. Incident analysis. So you can go ahead and select one incident. And click on manage incidents. Now, malware incident on one endpoint, incident tags, unassign. I can assign myself to it. Me. Active. I'm working on it. No classification. Like, is it a multi-stage attack? Is it a malware? Is it a malicious user activity? Unwanted software, phishing, compromised account. Other parameters, information or expected activities, security testing, confirmed activity, line of business application, false positive, not malicious, not enough data to validate, other. So we are classifying it. So I'll call it as it's a multi-stage attack and click on save. Now I'm going to manage the incidents and then close it. So at this moment it has already done. So what I will do now? What we should do now? So we have to do threat hunting. So how will you do threat hunting? So guys, if you have to do a threat hunting for your think you have affected with the malware. Now you know that the malware is there, correct? Now you know where the malware happened and everything is shown here. Now what is your next activity? What will you guys do now? That's it. Oh, this is what we also do at organizations. Correct. The system has done the job. No, I did not do anything.
What and all it has impacted and where and all it has spread, that information also needs to be clear.
That also this guy only will tell you. If it is spread, this guy will tell you, no?
Remediation.
Remediation also that guy only did. You see now the Windows 1 is active. See how much time it took to come up. Second server, no, it took so much time to come up, no? See, before it was only one server. Now the second server came up. Now the second server came up. Shall we run the same virus on this second server? Guys, are you with me?
How did it happen at the first place? What was the problem which has caused it?
Now you have to tell me. Looking at this, you tell me what happened. Now, looking at this, what happened? You tell me.
User who has opened it is having the privileges to run PowerShell command, and that has backdoor.
Correct. So what else you want to know? No, guys. See, I'm not asking you a question. Typically, this is what happened in your organization. You're all security engineers, right? So when something happens like this, what will you do? Already it is remediated. Who remediated? System has already remediated it.
So we will try to analyze like how the point of how at the first point it came into the system.
Okay, user has downloaded it.
Then we have to ensure like the user will. Yeah, so we have to fine tune the rules which can analyze or monitor somewhere while a user
which
downloads.
Will monitor.
Fine. Yeah, that's what we have to figure out. And
let's assume that the user has put a USB and then he has installed. Then
we have to disable the USB connections.
Okay. Now, without doing this also, you are doing this activity, no, Niranjan? You will be disabling the USB. Without that also, you're doing the same job. Why I should do so much of analysis to come to a conclusion that I should disable USB?
Yeah, but while documenting, we will figure out like how all these things started and what was the point of contact for the virus and
so that means
how it spread.
Either we face it and then put the solutions, or someone faced in the history and then we are putting controls. I hope you guys are understanding the difference, right? You never faced. Someone said you to disable the USB. Someone said you to scan the email addresses. You never faced it. Someone faced it. Someone felt that, OK, this has to be done. And then you as a best practice, you are following before even you facing this issue. You did not face this issue before, but you have put a control before itself. because someone else faced it. It's like you're learning from someone's mistake.
Yeah, that's true. Like we have whichever the best practices or some known like how we patch for vulnerabilities. Though in our environment, if it is not exploiting, still if it is a known one, we will patch it. No, in the same way, like if it's a best practice to adopt, we have to introduce or implement in our environment.
Good. Remember, I was giving you an SSH example. That first of all, if SSH is enabled, then only all the attacks are possible. As a configuration review in the initial place, if I disable that, then the attack itself will not happen. So what is more important? Configuration review is more important with the knowledge of having an attack or doing a vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. No, just I'm playing a devil's advocate. I want you to answer different type of questions in different scenarios.
Both are important, sir.
Both are important to identify. See, to know. Sorry, if you already know the attack type, configuration review is important. But if you want to invent the new attack type, then penetration testing is important. Pen testing is important to identify a new different type of exploitation, which there is no control. So there is no control and you want, or there are some controls that are already put and you want to bypass the control. And that means if you are bypassing the control means you are identifying a new method of doing the job, no? And once you do new method of once you identify the new method, then, oh, someone else has identified a new method. Now we will put it as a patch. And the next time it will go into configuration review, the same activity. So that next time when I create a server, I don't do the same mistake because I already know this vulnerability happened yesterday. Are you able to correlate things that I'm talking?
Yes, Nishant.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So what else your questions?
I have another question.
Yeah, yes.
Attack, whatever that is being done, it's being triggered after the user, downloaded or executed the Word document. Correct?
Correct. He has downloaded the Word document, or someone has given him the Word document, and he has opened it using pen drive or a USB drive, or he has downloaded it on phone and copied it. Any method, using some or other method, the file came into his system.
So my question was like, now that we have this O365 Defender with the EDR that we've been discussing, so that has helped identify this issue. What if any laptop or the device that has let's say a Kaspersky total security installed? So would that also be effective? Or I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah. That is an alternative solution. So similarly, Kaspersky will also have a dashboard like this, which will show you which system, which virus has detected. Similarly, Symantec will have a dashboard like this.
Yeah, I mean, so like I'm a normal user. Now, when you install the application, or rather when you launch the Word document, we saw a pop-up coming up, right? There's a set item. So that is normal Windows different, yeah, that is coming up. So will Kaspersky also be able to show the same thing? I'm just trying to understand.
It will show. It will show. Kaspersky will also show you. Yes, same. Kaspersky will also give you an alert telling that malicious file has been downloaded or opened or it is blocked. It will show you.
So either ways, we have this alert being shown in case if they have a O365 license, and also if they have a endpoint security in place.
Yeah. Both are same. This is an alternative. It's a alternative thing. And you can see I can trigger an antivirus scan also. I can trigger an antivirus scan from here. I'll trigger a very quick scan. I'm triggering an antivirus scan. Okay. So the action center opened, but that's okay. We have triggered a scan. Okay. And if I go to AV Defender. Windows security. No actions needed. That means it has already done. No current threats. So it has already disabled quarantine. So it's not showing us anything. Can I assume that it has cleaned it also? But it should show me that one virus got affected or implemented. What I will do, I'll open it again. I'll open the file again, see what if it shows something to me or not. Guys, please ask me your questions. So this time my Defender is not showing me anything. Or did it quarantine? Oh, backdoor is running now. You see, attack scenario completed. Please. Okay, if I go back, I should see the alerts again raised. Or it could have defended it. No, now it has not shown me, or I should wait for a few minutes to see if more data has come or not. 13 active alerts. Let's see. Yeah.
So this service could act as a replacement for whatever the Kaspersky or Norton antivirus that we have.
It can act, but how good it is compared to Kaspersky, we need to test. You're getting me, no? For example, you need to create a malware and then see, okay, boss, this is able to identify it or not. If you feel this has a good threat intelligence, you can go for this. So you see here, category is malware, detection source is antivirus, detection status prevented, generated on last activity, first activity happened, detection technology that is used, client heuristic method is used, and Microsoft Defender for endpoint security has identified, and some best practices. And the activities that happen on that system. Admin changed the classification to true positive, changed determination to multi-staged attack, and alert link to incident number 3. So if I go to the page, so we have a couple of incidents here. That is created manually. So I can look at here and see the timeline. Trojan detected as backdoor by antivirus and remediated successfully. And what was the remediation and what was the process? And which program has executed it? Hunt for related events. So it will go ahead and identify if the related events were found. Advanced threat hunting. And then we have to write a query. So this is the query. See, it has auto created the query for me. Huh? It has auto created the query for me based on that. On the query. You are doing proactive threat hunting now. So something similar was found. So we can go ahead and identify the analysis. So it's all about now. It's left to us what to analyze and take an action on top of it. I hope it is making sense. So before you come to the next class, I want you to watch this recording a couple of times and then come to the class. Yeah, with that, I'll end the session for today and keep the platform open for questions and discussion. Now, this is how in cloud it works. The two Office 365 Defender.
You said about a programming language for threat hunting. Can we just get to see some?
This one,
basic
the one which
code
the one which you see on the here, no, in the this one.
Yeah.
This is the Custos programming language. Like SQL, no?
Okay.
This is also similar to that.
So below table is because of the code above. Is that the case?
Yeah. It's like a query you are running, and for example, when you run an SQL query, it will print the table, no? It's very similar. The above one was the thing. Again, see, this is like an enterprise implementation. So don't worry if you feel that no, I was unable to do the same activity that Nishant has done. That's okay. It takes time, and don't worry that oh, you are unable to do it. Maybe I wish I could have done it. That you will get next week, not now. First, understanding the concept is important. Understanding end-to-end process is important. Then you will do it later. Okay. So with that, as like every time, I'll give you feedback for day one. So please do fill your feedback there. It's an anonymous feedback, so no need to worry. That's take the second one. First one is not proper. Okay, any other questions? Now you got no, what is like how Office 365 Defender and how do you onboard events and then do the threat hunting and all. Threat hunting and all I will show you later. We have a 4-day training, no? And can I assume that you guys have looked at the course outline? No worries. If not, I'll show you the course outline also. Don't worry about that. Did you see? So I have already given you how to do the attack. Next week, I'll show you how do you write rules to defend the attacks. Device discovery we have done. User behavioral blocking, we will do it. So this activity is done partially. Next week, we will continue the activity that we have done. So don't worry, you will be having a good learning here. As we progress, we'll see more. More labs I'll add. Yeah.
But here the name this says this is O365 Defender. So O365 is basically all these combination of different Microsoft applications. Right?
Correct. So all these different applications are integrated into one suite.
So this is a Windows, I mean, it's a normal desktop or laptop that we've been talking about. So even this is covered under the same O365 Defender itself.
Which one?
The whatever, I mean, this activity that we see. Conventionally, we'll have a separate endpoint like a Norton or a Casper Space, something like that.
No, that you can add it here. That you cannot add it here.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot add it. So the name of this feature, it says O365 Defender.
Correct.
So I was under the assumption that it would be applicable for all the Office applications alone.
Which applications?
I mean, the normal applications that we use, right, day in day out.
What is the day in, day out? Because it's a very broad term. So you can be a little more specific to
Word, Excel, Outlook, etc.
Yeah. This is applicable for all.
Yeah.
See, it's not about, it's an endpoint. So any activity that happens with Word, Outlook and all, it will detect.
No, here we are also onboarding the server. So I didn't know that, when these servers also could be used for.
Okay. But you remember, no? You remember while I was onboarding the server?
Yeah. We ran a query and then we command and.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Good. Cool then.
Nishant, this is Niranjan. Hope you got a message.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have reached to the right number.
Yeah. Correct. We'll discuss that. No worries.
It can also be integrated with third-party ServiceNow and everything, right?
You can integrate, but the only challenge is integration has a challenge. You see this partner APIs, no? This is where we need to work. You see here? You can integrate this data with Sentinel, Splunk, ArcSight, Elastic Security, QRadar, SafeBridge, AttackIQ, Cumulate, RSA, ServiceNow, XM Cyber, Cyberbox. Then you can also integrate it with Demisto, Swimlane, Microsoft Flow and Azure Functions, Cyber Response, Rapid7, Delta, ServiceNow, and threat intelligence like Palo Alto, Threat Connect, MISP threat sharing. Network security can be integrated with Aruba, Vectra, Blue Hexa. Yeah, these are all supported. You can integrate it. Yeah, cool. So that's pretty much from my side, guys. Then I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow, next week. And then we'll work on it. And then I'll reach out to Muthu. You just ping me on WhatsApp. No, I don't have your number. We'll coordinate and I'll see how I can go ahead and help you out with that. What changes I need to do, I'll find it out. Okay. Cool. Okay, then I'll see you next week. Feel free to stay back for any questions. If not, then you can end the session for today.
No questions at my end, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. I'll see you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. See you all. Take care.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
See you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
See you all.